The body is a key. And I talk about this, you'll hear me say this in videos at certain points, that the body is a key. The body is the temple of the soul, of the spirit. Without the body, the soul, the spirit cannot experience a physical reality. So the soul longs for the body as much as the body longs to house its true self, its spirit. The more we connect to our true self, the more we realize, the more light we bring in, the more we realize we've got things in our energetic system that are not us. Those things that make us feel negative about ourselves, we're not good enough, we're less than, we should struggle, life's a struggle, life's not magic. All of these things are the lies, are the illusions, and it is the soul that is the truth, and the body is here for the soul. And it's just a matter of cleaning out the template, the temple, rearranging the bricks inside. It's a fun journey to go, and it's the awakening journey. We go through this in my Reconnect program. You can get week 1 free at the bottom of this in the description. But the reason why I'm making this video is because I just want to just make that point on its own, that the body is a key, that it's so important. I had an Akashic Records. Well, I'm actually doing some Akashic Records training, right? And the first part of it, or the second week, the first part of it was going into meditation, receiving healing on the body, and I could feel so much waves of energy connecting into the soul star chakra. So the soul star chakra is just above the head, about here. And as I'm I've been working on reconnecting to myself for a long time. I've been on an initiation path for about 7 years, which allowed me to birth this Reconnect program, which allows you to take a more direct route. But as we, plug into that soul star chakra, I can feel this huge light here. I'm connecting deeply into my soul. And as I was doing that, it was like I started to see the body through the eyes of the soul. And the soul was like, just looking at the body like, whoa, wow, that is incredible. Like, just admiring the body, just so like excited about the body, just like, wow, that piece of organic divine technology. Organic divine technology allows the soul to come into this reality, to this game, to this epic, epic epoch of time, eon of time, of story that is part of the divine plan that we all play a part in. We all have our roles. We're all a piece of the puzzle. We're all a pixel of the overall masterpiece of creation. And I could really feel the soul's appreciation for the body. And also the soul was like, I just don't get. It was almost like, although it does get, because it understands us, it knows that the earthly plane can be a difficult school, that we are programmed to disconnect from the body, to actually the body is weaponized against us. I was just actually talking to a client today that I'm working with, and right, I had this experience. Right, I'm going to say I used to have, because it's gone, but I used to have psoriasis, like in many places. It started when I was like stressed, working in the corporate environment. I had it for like, from being 19, mid 35, I was still going to the doctors. The doctor were giving me steroid creams, right? Not once did the doctor say to me, are you under any stress? Stress can cause it. Not once did the doctor say to me, let's look at your liver function, because liver is the biggest organ in the body. It's one of the biggest organs in the body, because actually I think the skin is the biggest organ in the body, and it detoxifies the blood. It takes toxins out of the body, and if your liver's not working properly, then it's likely to show on your skin. Not once did anyone ever say that to me. I discovered that myself as I got older, and that'll be the same for many people. And as I was working with my client, about a week ago, I've been going through all of these upgrades, right? My higher self is massively integrating in the body. When our higher selves, when our souls integrate in the body, it doesn't happen all at once, right? Why doesn't it happen all at once? Because your body could not handle that amount of light. It's like being hit by lightning. You get these electric shocks in the body as more of your soul light comes in. And because the body has been in this really dense environment where it's been filled up with blocked emotions, unconscious belief systems, all this stuff that's been blocking up the energetic system, stress, depression, disease of the mind, all these things that have been in our energy systems, then our light is so pure, guys. It's so pure. Think of it this way: when you look at the sun, you can't just stare at the sun because the light is so bright. Sometimes you need a bit of a bit of shade, right? A bit of sort of like shelter, right? And you need it to just come in a little bit at a time, so you can start to absorb it. You can start to acclimatize to it. You can start to calibrate to it. That's what the body does as you're bringing in the soul light. It has to calibrate, and we do this from going on our healing journey. That's a journey that I've been on. So I'm at a point now where I feel my soul, I feel my higher self, I feel it when it's integrated into the body, I feel it when it's working on my chakra systems, when it's like it's literally like drills in my head around certain chakra points, and it's like psychic surgery. I can feel it. Right, in the last week I've been going through massive upgrades, and I've been so tired. My body's been so tired because it has to acclimatize to the energy, so I've had to have more rest, give myself more rest. So but the point of it was that all of a sudden I started to get this ring of psoriasis all around my mouth. It was like this burning ring, and I was like, whoa, where's that come from? Why has that come? And it got me thinking about the liver, and how I'd been taken to the liver a few years ago. And, literally through my diet, through meditating, through healing my body, through moving to organic food mostly, through just being more consciously aware, through massively de-stressing, completely changing my life when it came to work, stopped working like a maniac, starting listening to my body, which you do that through healing all these subconscious wounds, integrating the shadows. Through that work, I started to connect to the body, started listening to the body. My psoriasis healed, basically disappeared. Now I had this massive ring around my face here, and it was burning, absolutely burning, and that put me back to the liver, right? And made me start to think about, ooh, maybe I need to balance the liver and start looking and researching the liver again. I was talking to a client today, and actually I have to say it disappeared in 2 days, right? How did it disappear? It's a miracle. It is a miracle. I literally got the message from my body, put some aloe vera on it, right? I've got an aloe vera plant in the bedroom. I because in fact there is a couple of videos during that period on my channel where you probably be able to see it, and put some aloe vera on, right? And I kind of just thought about it, didn't really, kind of just let it go. But half an hour later, I walked into the bathroom, massive aloe vera plant. I knocked it on accident. Never ever done that before. It fell on the floor. A branch snapped off, and I was like, oh, there you go. It wanted to give me that. So I used that on it one night. It felt instantly better. But then in meditation at night, because I was working with my higher self, I just said to my higher self, can you give me some healing around my face here? What did it do? I could feel it working on there. Within 2 days, boom, absolutely cleared up. That is a miracle. Anyone that has suffered from a skin condition like psoriasis or eczema will know that is a miracle, right? That is the power of your source light. And so this source light was just looking at the body, but it has to be integrated into the body, right? We've got to love the body, because the body is a key. If it can't get into the body, because we're always criticizing the body, because we're abusing the body, then, well, it can't get in. If it can't get in, then you're not going to experience those miracles. It's just really as simple as that, right? As more as a soul light that comes in, the body's going to restore itself back to its organic blueprint, which is radiant health. I have noticed, right? I am 44, and I know that I don't look 44. And I feel like I'm actually aging backwards. I'm getting younger. I'm getting younger because I'm bringing in more of my higher self. I'm connecting to my authentic self. I'm being my true self more. I'm dissolving all the programs that stopped me from being my true self. And I'll leave a video at the end about that, which goes into that a little bit more about beliefs and subconscious programming. But through doing that, connecting to my body, I started to love my body. I started to create a new relationship with my body. I started to speak to my body in a way that I would speak to somebody that I loved and valued. I started to realize that the body has been there ever since that I was born, that it is this loyal companion that was created so that my soul could come in. I saw this quote once, and I think it is a beautiful quote, and it hits home very well. If you don't look after the body, where are you going to live? We spend so much time, money, energy, thought, deliberation about what couch to get, what TV to get, all these things with the house. But do we do that with our own body? Where your true home, your true temple, it is the body. So I was speaking to my client, and we were just, I was like, it's astounding that I had all that time with the doctors and not wanted this. Did they think about, what about your liver? Does your liver need detoxifying? Because it detoxifies the blood attached to the skin. And it got me thinking, like, how we know so little about the inside of our body and how it works in all our beautiful organs and how they work together as this ecosystem. Um, and me and my client are going on this journey together of reconnecting physically to the body. Obviously, we're working with it in a way in meditation, where one of the first things we do is actually start to appreciate the body, come back to connection with the body. But I just thought I'd been inspired by a friend today, who was a friend this week, who had mentioned about sending these little love letters to a partner who lives at a distance, so that when they're feeling sad or they're missing her, they can look at this letter. And I thought, how beautiful is that? And it just got me to thinking, how about writing a love letter to the body? So one way that we can, really show our body appreciation, because the more appreciation we show the body, the more we love our body, particularly if it is in a place of illness right now. Our body does not get ill because it is bad. It gets ill because of the environment that's being created around it, because of the things that we consume, because of the emotions and the trauma that's not being passed out of the body, because of the toxins in the environment, because of the stress that it's under. It's not because it is bad, because it's the opposite of bad. It's absolutely a super healing machine. If it gets the right environment, it'll start to heal itself. Um, so one thing that we can start doing to start healing ourselves, to start going on that journey, is to start to speak to the body with care, with respect, with love, to start learning what the body truly is and reconnecting back to the truth, because we've been programmed with lies. The body's been weaponized against us, so that we stay away from reconnecting to our light, right? And again, I'll go into more on that video. So this video is to say, why not write a love letter to your body? Show it some appreciation. Sit down, spend some time writing it. Not only will that process of writing it, handwrite it, not only will that process be healing in that moment, it'll be healing in that moment because it's feeling the vibration. The body hears what you say. It knows whether you are being critical, whether you are being harsh to the body. It knows. And think about a child. If you are harsh, critical, telling a child you're useless, you're no good, it's going to wither, right? So as we tell the body that we love it, that we respect it, that we're grateful for it, if we write it a love letter for being there from the beginning of time, always being there, for allowing our soul to come in and integrating with it, well, we're starting to heal the body. We're starting to make it feel safe in our guardianship, because the body is in our guardianship, and the body is often held prisoner to the mind. The mind overrides the body, tells the body it's useless, it's lazy, it's fat, it's all these things. It can't do this, it can't do that, it needs to do more of this. That is the mind that's been programmed against the body. We've got to start tuning into the body, listening to the body, finding nice things to say about the body, realizing it needs to feel safe to heal. Now, I do go into this actually in week 1 quite a bit, actually. So if this does interest you, if this does resonate with you, whilst I don't talk about writing a love letter, this is something new I'm going to add as a soul expansion exercise. You can do that to yourself rightly. You might even want to send it to yourself in the post. How exciting when you receive a handwritten letter. How exciting will it be when you send it? Maybe send it second class, so you forget about it for a couple of days, and boom, it just arrives, and then you're opening this handwritten letter and you're reading this beautiful love letter to yourself. And then you can keep that letter somewhere, so that on the days that you feel negative towards your body, you can read that letter and just really start to remember the truth about your body. Because when you remember the truth about your body, you allow the body space to heal. If you're interested in this more, I go into this more in week 1 of my Reconnect program, which I give away for free. So even just the first one that is free is very healing and transformational. It's a soul masterclass, energy transmission, all about us really starting to release the trauma that's held in the body, create that safe space for the body. And then it includes a hypnotic meditation where we're going in and we're doing that work. So feel free to check that out as well.